The Force Awakens and its 2017 sequel are easily the most polarizing Star Wars movies ever released, and while there are many factors which contribute to such negativity and fan outrage, perhaps the biggest criticism directly relates to Rey and her seemingly unexplainable abilities. Whether it be understanding almost any language, somehow easily fending off multiple attackers, knowing how to both repair and fly the Millennium Falcon, utilizing Jedi mind tricks with her adequate training, and somehow besting Kylo Ren in a one-on-one duel, it's easy to see why now many label Rey as a Mary Sue. In saying that, however, Disney have tried their absolute damnedest to provide meaning and lore to each of the aforementioned anomalies, all thanks to expanded universe material. So, with that in mind, here are 5 logical explanations as to why Rey is so overpowered. Number 5. Her ability to converse with Wookiees and droids. When Rey stumbled upon BB-8 amidst the desert plains of Jakku, her ability to understand droid speak conveniently moved the plot forward to Nema Outpost. Fast forward an hour or so later, and she was already comfortably communicating back and forth with Chewbacca as if they had been flying together their entire lives. So, what exactly happened here? How could Rey possibly understand both droid speak and Shiriwook? Well, simply put, her interactions with off-worlders on Jakku allowed her to learn non-human languages. Moreover, her constant practice of such tongues was what allowed her to better communicate with the people of Nema Outpost. Number 4. Her skills as a duelist. Growing up on the desolate and rugged world of Jakku, Rey was forced to learn self-defense at an early age. And while junk boss Unkar Plutt always kept a guarding, watchful eye upon his most talented underling, she perfected thrusting, swinging, and striking techniques so her battered yet durable staff could deter dangerous creatures and fellow scavengers alike. This goes to explain why her foes in The Force Awakens were so easily defeated. It also gave her the necessary skills required to somewhat competently wield Luke Skywalker's former lightsaber. Number 3. Her skills as a pilot. Anakin Skywalker, Han Solo, Poe Dameron. These are but a few of the names that instantly spring to mind when we think of talented pilots, all of whom spent years training and honing their abilities. So to think Rey could easily pilot the Millennium Falcon without the same level of experience, well, let's just say it was a tad unbelievable. What has most definitely flown under the radar, however, pun very much intended by the way, is that she often piloted in her spare time. Using a flight simulator she found in the wreckage of a Zephyr series hauler to do so, Rey flew small repulsor-driven atmospheric crafts, stock freighters, and agile starships alike. Of course she was rather terrible to begin with, but by practicing each and every day, doing everything from obstacle courses and speed runs to scenarios involving complete system failures, she became far too skilled for even the simulator's toughest assignments. Number 2. Her ability to repair starships. As if pulling off unbelievable feats with the Millennium Falcon wasn't baffling enough, Rey proved to be something of a genius when it came to repairing the legendary freighter's hyperdrive. Not even someone like Han Solo was quick-witted enough to simply bypass the compressor. So, how exactly did she do it? Where and when did Rey learn how to repair starships? Well, just like entry number 5, the answer is rather simple. For one, she was always aware of how machines fitted together and why they had malfunctioned. And secondly, having studied schematics, maintenance data tapes, and astromech data cores, as well as exploring wrecks and pulling systems apart only to put them back together again, Rey was able to repair the likes of Imperial Command shuttle hyperdrives without having ever witnessed one in the flesh. Even before building her very own speeder, Rey was fixing up used flyers for Unkar Plutt, using scrap found in Jakku's starship graveyard to do so. She also practically rebuilt a Troc 690 freighter, which you can learn all about in the card poll on screen now. Number 1. The Force. While it may sound like something of a cop-out answer, if none of the aforementioned explanations go far enough to explain Rey's incredible abilities, then the Force certainly can. From the lips of Supreme Leader Snoke himself, the Force purposely chose Rey as Kylo Ren's equal. So as the grandson of Darth Vader grew stronger in his abilities, his rival couldn't help but become just as powerful. This goes to explain her surprising competency when it came to both lightsaber combat and Jedi mind tricks. You could even argue it was her Force sensitivity that allowed her to pull off the impressive piloting maneuvers. Either way, her direct link to one of the galaxy's deadliest foes was what made Rey so powerful. Whether or not you still regard her as a Mary Sue, well, that's a debate for the comment section down below. If you've learned something new from today's video, be sure to leave a like. And if you want to help out the channel that little bit extra, please do consider pledging to our Patreon page. And of course, for that weekly countdown content, press that subscribe button and notification bell for all things inside Star Wars.